Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Ouroboros Tarot, and today we are going to be asking how the person you are inquiring about sees you. So we have 4 piles to choose from today. We have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Go ahead and pause this video if you need to. Take as much time as you need to decide which pile sits right with both you and your person's energy, and I will see you in a minute. Hi pile 1. So today we are going to be asking the question, how does the person you're inquiring about see you? So I've already put the oracle cards that you picked out, and we're also going to go ahead and shuffle oracles, and then we'll go ahead and just get right on into it. Okay, how do they see pile 1? We have the Page of Swords, we have the Knight of Wands, okay, we have the 9 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, Strength. Let's make sure you can see that. It's a little, we can probably put them up like this a little bit. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, we have the Hermit and the High Priestess. I was wondering if the High Priestess was going to come out. Let's keep going. And we have the 3 of Pentacles. Oh, and this is not the 8 of Wands. This is the 8 of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, and then on the back of the deck, we have the 6 of Pentacles. All right, so group 1. My goodness, this is a very interesting spread, and I'm very intrigued by you guys. The first thing that I am really getting from this is that the person that you are inquiring about feels as though there is some sort of imbalance in power here. And what I'm really getting from this, between the two of you, there's an imbalance of power between the two of you. And what I'm really getting in this imbalance of power is that they feel as though you have some sort of hold on them. And for this femme fatale to be the card that comes out for you guys, it's really giving me the impression that this is a romantic connection. And if it's not a romantic connection, this person has a romantic perspective toward you. But they feel like, and you know, maybe not, maybe, okay, so I'm actually getting 2 different scenarios here. It can either be somebody who, you know, that you're inquiring about that has some sort of romantic connection with you. But this could also be somebody who you perhaps work with. We do have a few pentacles here. And if it is somebody that you're working with that you're inquiring about, I feel as though they're under the impression that you are manipulative in a way, and perhaps a little bit flirtatious. And this obviously doesn't have to be the truth of how you are portraying yourself, but that is what I'm seeing with this femme fatale. And if it is some sort of romantic connection of any kind, this person sees you as somebody where there is a power imbalance, and they think that you recognize the power in which you have over them. And there's a little bit of resentment here toward that. They could also really be viewing you as a flirt. However, that's not the biggest takeaway from this, because then we have Gnosis, the all-knower, and No Bull, and your light. And and we have the high priestess and the hermit. This person, they really are seeing you as somebody who is incredibly wise, knowledgeable. This wisdom could come from, just like worldly intelligence, having a science background, something like that. But really what I'm getting with this all-knower and the high priestess and gnosis is that you are wise beyond your years. You are somebody in their eyes who has lived many lives and whose soul is highly evolved. You are somebody in their eyes who is wise, not in an ignorant way in which your ego creates a big head and you think that you are smarter than everybody. You are wise in the sense that you acknowledge that you don't know everything, and that's kind of the point. And then with no bull and your light here, another thing that I'm picking up on is, one, they probably see you as somebody who is fairly stubborn, but also somebody who they really can depend on, and they really don't, with your light here, I feel like you're the kind of person that they would trust, if there was some sort of crisis in their life going on, or if they were going through a really dark time, they would really put their trust in you to help guide them out of the darkness. And I think it's interesting because we have, femme fatale, which can be a really conflicting energy to no bull, which is all about truth telling and stuff. But I think, and that's why I'm getting more of like a lighthearted approach to this femme fatale, where they just recognize that there's a power imbalance because they're just so drawn to you. You could say whatever and they would probably just immediately say yes to whatever it is that you ask. And I'm seeing that imbalance here with the Six of Pentacles as well. The Six of Pentacles is all about balance, and I'm really getting the feeling that they just know that they might think that you are better than them, or just so much higher than them in this journey, and they look at you kind of in awe. Another thing that I would say with this Page of Swords and Strength is that you are somebody who brings a lot of inspiration to a lot of people, but you do it very subtly. And what I'm getting from this is that you want to inspire others. You have this way about you of bringing about inspiration and helping people see their best attributes. However, this isn't pushy. This isn't the energy of a mom or a dad thinking that they know what's best for their child and really drilling it into them. It's nothing like that. It's like just this very subtle ability to make people realize that you notice their best qualities, and it gives them a sense of purpose, if that makes sense. Not like complete purpose, like you fulfill them or anything, but more like they start looking at themselves differently because of the subtle direction that you're giving, that you might not even be aware that you're giving. But what I'm seeing, and it could honestly appear to them as manipulative in a way, but I'm not picking up on manipulation here as that's what you're actually trying to do. I just think from what I'm seeing here, you see the best in people, and you really help direct their energy towards a more positive perspective of themselves. And then we have the Hermit and the Knight of Wands. And again, the Hermit and the High Priestess, it's just such wise, all-knowing, all-spiritual, introspective energy. It's lovely energy. It's very, very beautiful energy. And what I'm getting from this is that they see you as somebody who really is sitting in their power. And this power hasn't come easy for you. They're not saying like, oh, this person has had such an easy life, of course they have a powerful place in life right now, or of course they feel really good about themselves, because that's not what I'm seeing here with this Nine of Wands. What I'm seeing here is that you have gone through an incredibly tumultuous life or journey up until this point. And in this turmoil, in this roller coaster of a journey that you call life, or that we call life, you really have gained knowledge and wisdom and insight that's beyond, somebody who's only lived once. And they see you and they just think that you're so powerful and also very fiery. We have your light here with the candle, and then we have the Knight of Wands, which is a very fiery energy. And for the Hermit to be right underneath it, I'm really picking up on like this fiery energy that's just to your core. It's on a soul level. A lot of you might be Taurus, and then with the fire, I'm sensing Leo, Sagittarius, and oh my gosh, what's the other one? How did I just forget this? Leo, Sag. Oh my gosh, I'll remember in a minute. Hopefully. I just got off of work and I have a hard time focusing. And then Virgo. It's gonna drive me crazy. Hopefully I figure that out. But anyway, then we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. And what I'm seeing from this is that you aren't, while they might view you as like a little bit flirtatious or somebody who is like really passionate and fiery and energetic and just somebody who deserves to have their own throne, they see you as somebody who is wise enough to not let that fiery passion get the better of you. They see you as somebody who is considerate of others and their feelings or their perspectives, and you're somebody who is really willing to take the time to get to know others and also build foundations with people. You seem like somebody, based on this, that I would say that your person that you're inquiring about would probably say that you're a very good friend. You're a very good, stable, lifelong friend. Aries. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There we go. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna look at these just one more time to make sure I haven't left anything out that I think is, another thing that I'm noticing here actually with the High Priestess and with the Hermit is that, and with the Eight of Pentacles, is that everybody here is reading books. And then we have the All-Knower and Gnosis, which is just eternal knowledge. And I think it goes beyond just them thinking that you are intelligent. What I'm seeing here is that they see you as somebody who really fosters your own self-development and your own intellectual growth and your own spiritual growth. And you might even be a bookworm, or you might work at like a library or a bookstore. But I do see that's a lot of symbolism of books right here. And with all of these other cards here indicating intelligence and knowledge, this is something that really sticks out heavily to them when they think of you. I would say that one of the first things that comes to their minds is just one word that comes to mind is like, you're a sage, or you give sage advice. But group one, this is what I'm seeing for you. If it resonated, I would love to hear more about what is going on in the comment section down below. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please feel free to email me at the email address listed in the description box. And hopefully I will have the opportunity to read for you again. I'm so thankful that you clicked on my video, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Hello to my beautiful pile 2. So today's reading is asking how the person you are inquiring about sees you. And I have already turned over the oracle cards that you chose. We have Be Free, Do What You Love, Child, Orphan, The Empty Room, What Is Hidden Will Be Revealed, and Make Believe. And I'm also gonna shuffle some tarot right now before we get into this. So I'll go ahead and do that now, and then we'll learn more about how your person sees you. Okay, how does pile 2's person see them? How do they see them? How do they see pile 2? Okay. So we have the Page of Cups, Strength, how do they see them? We have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands and Strength also came out in group 1. Let's keep going. And I think the Nine of Wands was in the same exact spot too. How do they see pile 2? Okay, we also have the Knight of Wands, which also came out in pile 1. Okay, we have the Star, the Emperor, the Three of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Empress as the bottom of the deck. Okay, let me make sure everything can be seen. I think I might just put these over a little bit like this. Okay, pile 2. One thing that I'm really picking up on here, I would say the biggest thing that I see in terms of what your person that you're inquiring about sees is, well, there's actually 2 really big things. For one, I am really picking up on this really beautiful, innocent, free-spirited, childlike energy that is just so so inspiring and warm and eye-opening. It brings about this opportunity to see life from a different perspective, and your person really sees this here with you. I see with Be Free, I see it with Be Free, Do What You Love. I see it with Child, the orphan, and I also see it with Make Believe. I would say that you are probably somebody who is very dreamy, very much a daydreamer, in their head a lot, and not necessarily in an anxious type of way. You're just very thoughtful and full of ideas and poetic, if you will. It's just very sweet, childlike energy that you bring about with you, and it's something that your person, that they really admire. At the same time though, I'm sensing, you know, with this child, the orphan, some of this childlike energy isn't in a very positive, like in like the most positive aspect, I guess. Like I feel more of a shadow, and I'm saying this because we have the empty room and what is hidden will be revealed. And while there is this childlike wonder and magic to life that you find everywhere you go, your person senses that there is a sense of longing or searching for something that you haven't yet found. And also there's this sense of, there's like a deep hurt here, or a deep wound that's with you, that you carry, or that they perceive you to be carrying. But with what is hidden will be revealed, I really am also picking up on this longing for more, for feeling as though what you have right now isn't enough. And this is just how the person you're inquiring about sees you. You could completely disagree with this, but how they view you is somebody who is very innocent and perhaps a little fragile or delicate, and is very, very much worthy of love, and brings magic with them wherever they go. However, I think your person feels like they aren't necessarily sure that you see this magic within you yourself. But that's what I'm seeing with these with these oracles. And then when you come down here to the tarot, we have the Page of Cups and the Star. And the Page of Cups is such an emotional card, and it's very heartfelt, but it's very youthful. It's very innocent, and not as evolved as, say, a king or a queen would be. It's just much more. It's again this very innocent, childlike energy that's being brought about in this spread. However, it is a card of cups, so this person acknowledges that you are somebody who is probably very sensitive and kind of navigates the world through their feelings a little bit. And for it to be clarified with the Star, this is just, it's more daydreamy energy. It's more energy signifying that they think that you have a dream, or you have a longing of some kind to be fulfilled. However, at the same time, you're not really sure if this dream will come true. Or perhaps you don't even know in their eyes what it is. You just know that what you have is not enough. And then we have Strength and the Emperor, which is, it's very interesting because it's very conflicting energy from this childlike, innocent energy that I've been picking up on. The Emperor is much more of like a fatherly energy, and it's very controlling and very meticulous, and it's very different than the rest of the energy. And you know, for some of you, this won't resonate with all of you, but for some of you, I would say that maybe this wound that your person is picking up on, that your person is acknowledging that they personally see in you, has to do with a father figure. However, they also see this as something that's not necessarily negative. It's something that is just a part of you, and it's something that you're growing through and evolving in. And they see you as somebody who is very resilient and loving and strong, regardless of what emotional wavelength you're at in the moment. And then we have the Nine of Wands and the Three of Swords, and I'm getting again this wounded feeling. Like, I feel like your person sees you as somebody who carries a wound, who walks around with a wound, and maybe it's not a father figure. Maybe it was, you know, a different type of male or masculine. It doesn't necessarily have to be male, but masculine energy in your life. Because this energy of the Emperor really isn't the same energy as the rest of this spread. Everything else is just is innocent and sweet and painful. So I'm sorry I keep going back to this. It's just really sticking out to me. This Emperor is really sticking out to me. But I see with the Nine of Wands and the Three of Swords as though your person views you as somebody who is very wounded and has a hurt in their heart that they have not yet let go of. And then we have the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Swords. And one thing that I'm getting from this, honestly, has to do with the light attributes of the child orphan. Let me read this to you really quickly, because I didn't do this for the last pile, I forgot. But the light attributes of child orphan are independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving. And I'm really picking up on this very heavily with this Queen of Swords and the Knight of Wands. You know what? I just realized we have the Emperor and the Empress. Wow. Okay, we'll get back to that. So the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Swords. And what I'm getting from this is your person sees you as somebody who is a survivor of some kind, or who is capable of facing their fears and really is able to set aside their emotions in order to be action oriented when they need to, and also somebody who has their best interest at heart. They see you as somebody who has a good enough relationship with yourself to where you would not let yourself down. You would not betray yourself in any way. You are somebody who would choose yourself because of this independence and the light attributes that I'm seeing, and they see that with you. And then the shadow attributes of this are feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation. Oh my God, maturation. Seeking inappropriate surrogate families. Yes. I see your person sees you as somebody who has some inner child healing to do. And we have the Empress here and the Empress. This is mother and father energy. This is maternal and paternal energy. So this even could be a mother wound. I'm picking up on mother wounds and father wounds that your person that you're inquiring about has noticed for whatever reason. But they see you as somebody who is much more than this hurt that they notice. They see you as somebody who has the potential to do whatever it is that they want. And they also see you as somebody who, even if there is some sort of longing, they don't view it as something that's going to be for forever for you. With this, what is hidden will be revealed. They're recognizing that you feel as though something is hidden, or you feel as though you're lost in some way, or that you may not feel this way, but for whatever reason, they could even be projecting on you. I don't know. But it's what I'm seeing. And I wouldn't say that this is a bad energy. We all have wounds, and we all have healing, and we all have inner children that need our care. But for whatever reason, right now, your person is really seeing you from a place of you desiring to be healed. And they see you as very, very independent, very loving, very dreamy, very brave, very inspiring, and fun-loving. They see you as someone fun-loving. But pile 2, this is what I'm seeing for you. I'm so thankful that I was given the opportunity to read for you today. If you would like to book a private reading with me, I have my email address in the description box down below. Please comment on this video if this resonated with you. I would love to know more about what's going on. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully I will have the opportunity to read for you again in another video. Bye! Hello, pile 3. So today we are asking, how does the person you are inquiring about see you? So I've already flipped over your oracle cards that you chose. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle tarot now, and then we'll go ahead and get right on into it. How does pile 3's person see pile 3? Okay, we have the Fool. We have Temperance. How does pile 3's person see pile 3? How do they see pile 3? Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. We have the World. We have Strength. We have the Five of Wands. How does pile 3's person see pile 3? Okay, and we have, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. And on the back of the deck, we have the Six of Wands. Okay. let me just go ahead and make sure that everything is in shot. I wonder if you guys can hear my cat. She's clawing at like a cloth basket right now. But that's neither here nor there. Okay. You can kind of see it all. We'll put this here. Okay, pile 3. How does your person see you? You seem to be a very powerful person, pile 3, according to your person. The energy of, or like a high energy person, there's just something really intense about you. For our oracle cards, you got twin, visionary, the mother, and restlessness. Your person sees you as somebody who is incredibly giving and nurturing and loving, and is also very intuitive and insightful, and could perhaps even possess psychic capabilities that they have shared with them. But they see you as somebody who really has an open mind, who really thinks outside of the box, and who really questions things, I want to say. But you don't do it in the sense of like trying to be combative. Like with this 5 of Wands here, this is very tense energy. There's a little bit of combative energy to it. And then we have Temperance right above it. So this indicates to me that perhaps it can be interpreted to some people as you being combative. However, it's actually not. And like when I see Temperance in this image, it's the image, it just represents thought, you know, and the connection between them. And I'm just really getting the sense that you really ask yourself why you do things the way you do. You ask things why things need to be done this way. You're somebody who challenges the status quo, but not in a combative way, in more of a for the highest good of everybody. And it's all coming from a place of love, and a place of caring for yourself and for others. You have a deep care, and you're also somebody who they perceive as very fertile, I want to say. And that doesn't necessarily have to be in terms of like childbearing. Fertile in the sense of you're abundant. You are somebody who they look at you kind of in awe, seeing things. They watch you out, like just out and about, and really positive things seem to happen, or things that don't typically happen to them happen to you, and the only thing that they can pinpoint it to is just this abundant energy that you bring about with you. You're very abundant and fertile in their eyes, and very nurturing, gentle, loving, and warm. But there's this, with restlessness here, I'm getting the feeling that you're also a very high energy type of person. And I do see a lot of like fast energy. You know, we have the 6 of Wands here. This is a very action oriented card. It's a very successful card, but it's action oriented nonetheless. We have the Fool. That's another action card. The Knight of Wands is a very fast moving card. And then the Ace of Swords is a very fast-moving card. And then we have restlessness here. And I get the feeling that your person sees you as somebody who's just like always on the go. But they also see you as somebody that when they look at you, it's like looking into a mirror with this twin card here. And it might be something, it might even be you show them their shadow, or they show you your shadow, and vice versa. And it might not necessarily be like you guys are exactly alike. You just show one another the different aspects of yourselves that you are afraid to look at. But they sense a very, very strong connection with you. And if this is a friend or a partner or a potential partner or a family member, they're acknowledging that despite time and space, they feel very connected to your soul, and they feel as though they have known you in other past lives. And this doesn't have to necessarily be romantic. However, they do feel a soul connection to you. They see you as soul family or a soul mate. Then we have the Fool and Strength. And Strength has come out in every single pile so far, which I think is just really interesting. I think it's interesting how that happens, but then the energy of it can be so different depending on the other cards around it. And what I'm getting from the Fool and Strength is that your person sees you as somebody who is willing to take risks, but your risks are somewhat calculated. You're willing to challenge yourself, for one, and you're also willing to try new things. You're willing to start over if you need to, and this isn't something that you view as intimidating. This is something that you view as necessary for growth, and you are willing to take leaps of faith at any given moment in order to best serve your highest self. Now, we already talked about temperance here and the Five of Wands, but one more thing that I'm picking up on here with temperance is that your person feels as though you have like a very just a very healing energy about you. And I'm picking up on it with the Mother and the Visionary as well. You are somebody who can really, in moments of conflict, you are somebody who really is able to ease the tension in the room. You are somewhat of a peacemaker, is what I would say. And then we have the Knight of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. And I really like this Four of Pentacles because it's more mirrored in imagery. And it's giving me the same energy as this twin card here. Did I say the Four of Pentacles? Sorry, I don't know if you can hear my cat running around. It's nighttime now, so she has the zoomies. She's awake now and she needs to exercise. But anyways, we have the Knight of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. And what I'm picking up on with this is that your person sees you as somebody who is a go-getter, is very passionate, is very is very brave. However, you're not somebody who just like flies by the seat of your pants either. You are somebody with this Four of Pentacles who does make calculated choices. Nothing that you're doing here. You might have this restless energy about you, but you weigh the pros and cons of things. You are somebody who holds back on impulsiveness and can still is still fun and is still what's the word I'm trying to say? You're a very fun-loving person, but you don't let that get the better of you. Like there's just this maternal side to you. I don't know. And then we have the World, the Ace of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. One thing that I would say with this is that your person sees you as somebody who is very loving, very nurturing, like I said, very gentle, very there's a lot of feminine energy here. However, the person that you're inquiring about acknowledges that you are not one to prolong cycles that are unhealthy. You are willing to end connections before they become abusive or toxic in any way. You are somebody who thinks very clearly, and not only just clearly, but also very stably. Is that a word? Like you have a stability to you in your thoughts that I think a lot of people envy. To be honest, there's just like this power in you. To really, I would say, like, you're not somebody who is living life blindly or on autopilot. You are somebody who lives with intention, and all of your connections and all of the relationships that you make with people, as well as just in anything, whether it's like a relationship with jobs or a relationship with places, any type of relationship that creates a cycle, you are hyper aware of in your person's mind, and you are able to really think clearly on these things, and really fine tune them to make it something that will bring you abundance, because again, we're talking about somebody who is very abundant in their eyes, but also something that's going to bring about growth with this King of Pentacles here. It's very earthy, fertile energy. And with the Six of Wands being the bottom of the deck, I think the last thing that I would like to say in terms of how your person sees you is your person just sees you as this very successful person in all aspects of your life. You're very well-rounded. It's like they view you as somebody who is successful in every area, but who has not lost sight of who they are in this success, whatever that means to you. They just see you as somebody who has succeeded in the ways in which they wanted, in the ways in which you wanted. But pile 3, this is what I'm seeing for you. If this reading resonated with you, I would love to hear more about it in the comment section down below about what's going on. If it didn't resonate with you, there are other piles to choose from, and also there just might not be a pile for you in this video, and that's okay too. But I'm so thankful that I was given the opportunity to read for you today, and I do hope that I will have the opportunity to do it again soon. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and hopefully I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, pile 4. So today we're going to be asking how the person you're inquiring about sees you. So I've already flipped over the oracle cards that you chose. I'm going to shuffle tarot now. We'll pull some tarot, and then we'll go ahead and get into your reading. Okay. Well, we have the Page of Cups, the Five of Swords, how does pile 4's person see them? We have the Lovers, we have the Queen of Swords, we have Temperance, we have the Three of Pentacles, the Fool reversed, the Three of Swords, and Judgment. And on the back of the deck, we have the Five of Wands. Okay. Let me just make sure all of this is in shot. Pile 4. Okay, so I'm seeing a couple of scenarios here. And I would be very, very, very shocked to hear that you are in contact with this person right now. Okay, but let's go ahead and just get right on into it. Let me put this here. That's the bottom of the deck energy. So for your oracle cards, we have the Sheep Who Wandered and Found a Different Shepherd, number 26, Networker, the Judge, and Death of the Deceitful, number 76. Okay, so I'm seeing two scenarios here. Either betrayed this person or they betrayed you. I feel as though they betrayed you. That's like the strongest energy that I'm getting, but I'm trying to, I know this is a general reading, so there are lots of different ways in which this can be interpreted, but I'm going to interpret it the way that just seems most obvious and intuitively correct to me. And in this, if it's the other way around, you can go ahead and flip it. If this isn't some sort of betrayal, just find a different pile. And if there is no pile for you, that's okay too. There might not be a message here for you today. But what I'm getting is that your person sees you as somebody who has completely cut them off in a way, who is very discerning right now. And it might not be a betrayal. It's just like an ending of some kind. This is just a no contact situation. And I'm seeing some selfish energy here, but I'll get into that. So with death of the deceitful and the sheep who wandered and found a different shepherd, what I'm getting is that this person feels like you have no interest in this connection whatsoever. With death of the deceitful, this is part of the betrayal or the deception that I'm picking up on. And with the judge here, it seems as though something has happened recently that has turned you into a much more rigid and cold person in terms of interacting with them. And I think they see you as somebody who's really looking out for yourself right now, and is really trying to move on past this. With the networker here, I'll read you the light attributes and the shadow attributes. So the light attributes are: enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. The shadow attributes are: conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. So one thing that I'm getting from this is that if there was some sort of betrayal here, this is something that like you discovered perhaps through somebody else sharing this information with you, or even if you didn't discover it through that way, however you decided to become this judge, to practice discernment in your own life and to really weed out people that are no longer serving you, has really turned you into somebody who I think that what they're acknowledging is that, yes, they feel a cold shoulder when they turn toward you. However, they recognize that you are not an evil person. They don't see you as an evil person. They see you as somebody who is highly empathetic. You could have already forgiven this person. They see you as somebody who, even when others make mistakes, you are still able to see their point of view, even if it has harmed you. And although the harm is done, and although you are strong enough in their eyes to walk away from this entirely and cut that connection off completely, they're acknowledging that they don't see you as somebody who is cold-hearted because of it. They see you as somebody who is still very warm and loving and is capable of showing that love to themselves as well. We have the Page of Cups here in Temperance, and I see that they're viewing you as somebody who is a very emotional person, but is also very tempered in that. Like you feel things, and you allow yourself to. However, you don't let your emotions get the better of you. And one thing that I'm getting from this is like you don't really hold pity parties for yourself, I guess, is one thing that they notice about you. Or if you do, you hold them privately and they're not aware of you doing it. And then with the 5 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles, what I'm really getting from this is that it's the same energy. Like the 5 of Swords is really about looking after yourself, and at times this can be a very negative energy. But I see you as somebody, and they see you as somebody who looks out for themselves and is really thoughtful in the way they go about this approach of self-protection. However, at the same time, you're not cold-hearted. Right underneath it is this Three of Pentacles. You are somebody who is willing to work with others and to come to compromises, and you're somebody who is willing to communicate and work through things as long as it's still healthy and beneficial to you. And then we have the Lovers and the Fool. And what I'm getting from this is that your person sees you as somebody who isn't a fool. Like I'm hearing, like, mama didn't raise no fool. And I think that they're seeing you as somebody who, I mean, the Lovers being here, the first thing that comes to my mind is a romantic connection. And that's what I'm picking up on here. But of course, this could be a friendship. This could be any other type of falling out. But based off of this, I really do feel this romantic type of connection. But for the Fool to be right underneath it, I think your person sees you as somebody who is not going to just readily step on into this connection again anytime soon. You're not somebody who is just going to put the blindfold back on and pretend like all of this harm did not happen. And they're recognizing that you have put the brakes on. And then we have the Queen of Swords, the Three of Swords, and Judgment. And again, with the Queen of Swords here, the Queen of Swords can signify, really harsh words being said. And I think that they see you as somebody that once you're ready to cut that tie, your demeanor changes. I've seen memes about this where it's like people, when they're finally done in a breakup, when they're finally done in a connection, they start talking to you like like they're in HR, and it just turns into this completely different thing. And they're seeing that there's this shift in you, and you're really sitting in your power. And even though there might be a lot of pain, there might be a lot of shock with the Three of Swords and Judgment, you're standing in your power. Your person does not see you as somebody who is willing to waver on how they're treated or their self-worth. And with the Five of Wands being here as the bottom of the deck energy, they see you as somebody right now who is a little bit combative, is a little bit confrontational. And this is just their perception of you. And quite frankly, if there was some sort of deception, or if there was some sort of reasoning as to why you cut this connection off, there's not a doubt in my mind that there's not a very good reason, and your judgment was very good. And even if they do feel like you're being combative, I think you know what's best for you, and I think you continue staying in this Queen of Swords power, my friend. You keep doing you. But Pile 4, this is what I'm seeing for you. I'm seeing that your person sees you as sitting on your throne and really coming into an understanding of what it is that you truly deserve. And yeah, I think that they're also seeing you as somebody that they cannot manipulate or fool. But Pile 4, this is what I'm seeing. If it resonated with you, I would love to hear more about what's going on in the comment section down below. If it didn't resonate with you, that's okay too. I would love it if you liked and subscribed to my channel so that you'll be notified when I do more readings. And I'm so thankful that I was given the opportunity to read for you today. I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!